So today, what we're going to be doing is creating a team for your Athenyx Realm. So I know that Athenyx Realm is actually genuinely difficult. So today, what we're going to do is create a team on free-to-play units. So that this means no almighty trait. And we're going to make a team on basically how you can beat or the best units to beat Athenyx Realm that are free-to-play. So let's get this video started. So by the way, our almighty secret unit giveaway is going to be on Discord, and we're going to be doing this at 30,000 subscribers. And if you want to be part of it, well, all you have to do is like and subscribe right now, and you could win a chance to win a secret almighty unit for free. So subscribe right now and join our Discord, and also don't forget to tell your friends. Alright, so today what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy the first 2 units. Now I know this is free to play, but I am gonna buy the first 2 units because I also want them for my collection, because they're honestly kind of good units. They're honestly kind of good units that I actually kind of like as well. So, you know, we're gonna buy them, okay? Because they're kind of insane units that I actually kind of want to check out as well. And the first 2, you guys are gonna see this in a little bit. The first 2 units. Alright, so these are the trades that we're going to be doing. And I know... Oh, and these are the trades that we're gonna be doing. And, okay, so we're basically gonna do 4,700 for both of these. 4,700. And, okay, I understand that it's not exactly free to play because they're both Almighty and Requiem, but you can finish or beat Athenyx Realm with these 2 units without their traits. And the reason why I have traits on them is because I want to basically collect them. Okay, I want to collect them because they're good collectibles. Okay, they're really good collectibles, and I really want to collect them. But you can again beat those beat Athenyx with Chance King and Athenyx with Grand Aether Knight, because Grand Aether Knight is actually a very good hybrid unit. And I know I said he was bad in a previous tier list, but that was actually a outdated tier list. And because of the Requiem buff, and because of the Limit Breaker, and if you put Sonic Spirit on him, he can actually be a very high DPS unit. So Storm Spirit, sorry, not Sonic Spirit. If you put Storm Spirit on him, and maybe if you can limit break him or get a Requiem on him, he actually has one of the highest DPS, or he has some of the highest DPS as a hybrid secret. So he's a very good unit. His DPS is around 32,000 if you give him Storm Spirit, and if you limit break him, he's a very good unit. And that's the same with Chance King. Even without their traits, they're very good units. Chance King, even without his Almighty, and let's say for example just Brawler 3, and if you have a good Spirit on him like Storm Spirit, he's gonna be a very good unit if you just give him a Storm Spirit or a Brawler 3, and he can help you out a lot in the Athenyx Realm. But there's a few more there's a few more good units that are actually free to play as well, specifically the Portal unit. Alright, so the Portal units are actually going to be considered free to play because obviously they're Portal units and you can get them for free, and they're honestly actually easier to get than the units that are tradable, because again Chance King is around expensive. I think Chance King Evo without Almighty is around 1,800,000, so he's already pretty expensive. Now the Portal units are actually pretty good. The Portal units are actually honestly pretty good. The best one for this Athenyx Realm is actually going to be the one that's dropped by, so the Ancient Dragon one, which is going to be Dragon Mage, and then the one that's dropped right here, which is actually the Cursed Berserker Knight. I forgot his name, but basically Guts, okay? Now, Cursed Berserker Knight or Cursed Paladin, whatever his name is, I forgot, I still don't have him, is a very good ground unit, and he's just a very good ground unit overall. So he's very overpowered for Athenyx Realm because of his ability to hit the burrowed units. And then Dragon Wizard is just the best unit in the game, right? Like, he's just the best unit in the game. Has a good DPS even without Almighty. If you put Storm Spirit on him or True Spirit, he can do a lot of damage. As long as you evolve him and level him up, he can do a lot of damage. So he's a very good option for Athenyx. But if you can't get him, there's a bunch of other units that you can honestly get. Again, Aether Knight is actually pretty good, but I think honestly, like being honest with you, I think most people are probably gonna find Dragon Mage easier to get if they are a beginner, right? If you're a complete beginner, the Portal units might be easier to get, but Grand Aether Knight is only around like 500,000 if you don't if you're not gonna buy a Requiem on him, and that's pretty easy to get. That's only around 500 trade crystals, right? So those are some great free-to-play options when it comes to beating Athenyx Realm. Now, the best one, the complete best free-to-play option is gonna have to be the Pro Gamer. Now, I said free-to-play, and Pro Gamer is kind of expensive, around 1 million gems. But honestly, you don't even need to get like Almighty on him for him to be good. He's just that good. I think Arcane Spirit or Storm Spirit's gonna be good on him already for Athenyx Realm, because he is the only unit in the entire game that can hit ground and the new ground units, but can also hit hybrid units. And this is because of his summons, right? His summons can hit those flying units, but his normal attacks hit those ground units, those burrowed units. So he is actually the most insane unit for Athenyx Realm without a doubt. He's almost like literally must have. So is he a free-to-play unit? I would think he's a free-to-play unit because he's literally around 1 million gems, 1.2 million gems. And if you follow my video on how to get a secret easily, which I made a couple of days ago, you can get him pretty easily, in my opinion. Like, give it a couple of days, weeks, you're gonna get him. And you can get him free-to-play. Again, even without Almighty, he's gonna be good. And he is the best unit right now for Athenyx Realm. Without a doubt, the best unit for Athenyx Realm right now. Now let's actually go discuss these options right here. There are also good options right here. Let me just actually do a summon right here, see if I can get a Secret Poseidon. Those free-to-play units that I mentioned earlier, you can bring them into the game from the outside world. And they are free-to-play. They are good even without their traits. Those are good options even without their traits. But there are also some very free-to-play options here in the game. And primarily, I think Celestial Key Warrior, if you have Almighty on him, he's actually worth around, he actually does around 140,000 damage. Not 440,000 damage, but 140,000, 140k damage with Almighty, which is actually a lot. And since he's just a mythic unit, you might actually have an easier time getting a mythic Almighty unit because he probably won't be that expensive. I think 1 million is gonna be able to get you an Almighty Celestial Key Warrior. I think it's gonna be enough. I'm not too sure, but I think it will be enough because he's not that cheap. He's not a secret, he's just a mythic, so he's gonna be cheaper to get with Almighty. So that's gonna be very good. Now, Gale Archer, I don't think is that good. Shadow Conjurer, I don't know about these two units, but all I know is Celestial Key Warrior is pretty good. So if you want to buy him, trade for him, especially since they're gonna buff the mythical units by 50%, this guy is gonna be a beast. He probably is gonna be in the top 10 if they do buff him by 50%, which is crazy. So those are some free-to-play options. If I were you, I would pick Pro Gamer, Shiny Pink Rockstar, and then Dragon Mage, because these are free-to-play options. You don't need the Almighty because the Almighty will make it a ton of times easier, but you don't need the Almighty. Okay, you need the spirits, maybe Arcane Spirit. Arcane Spirit, I would definitely recommend you to get. At this point, Arcane Spirit might be more useful than True Spirit on Dragon Mage, so I'll probably recommend get Arcane Spirit instead of True Spirit on Dragon Mage, and it's also more free to play. So Arcane Spirit on the Pro Gamer and Dragon Mage, and Pink Rockstar with Golden Spirit. And I think you can beat the Athenyx Realm even without Almighty units. I think you can definitely beat the game even without Almighty units, but you are going to need those secrets. Or if you don't want those secrets, you can also look for Almighty mythical units. But why get those Almighty mythicals when you can just get these secrets, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you don't have Pro Gamer, then you can use Chance King, or if you don't have Chance King, you can use Curse Berserk Paladin or whatever his name is, and you're gonna be fine, right? So yeah, you can always pick between these units if you don't have one of them, but you are gonna need one hybrid, one ground, and one farm. That's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, I'm sorry, Aether Knight, for hating on you too much, but you're actually pretty good, dude.